Hi, and welcome to the Krikey AI Animation YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to explore how to use Krikey AI Animation for video editing. If you are a video editor, you've probably tried animation at some point, whether it's claymation or you tried to learn how to use some animation software, but it was too complex and difficult. This video is for any video editor who uses Final Cut Pro, Avid, Adobe Premiere Pro, iMovie, and even the Canva video editor. In this video, we'll show you how to animate any talking character using AI and leverage your video editing skills to create something awesome for customers, for your business, and even for yourself. And if you stick around till the end, we will also cover how to make an original animated music video. In this example, we've now entered the Krikey video editor. To get to this page, you can go into your browser window and type in Krikey.ai. That's Krikey.ai. Once you enter the video editor, which you can do on a free trial, you'll see this screen. You can type into this text box any prompt to generate a video template. Once you generate your video template, you can edit all of the individual creative elements, and you have full creative control as a video editor. Before I enter my text prompt, I'm actually going to select a character. When I click, and I'll come back out here, when I click View More Options here on the right, it opens a menu of 3D characters that I can choose from. I can also customize my own character, or if you've got a brand mascot that you have already created, you can email our team at support@krikey.com, and we're happy to bring your character into the animation tool for you. So now I'm going to scroll through here and see if I can pick a character. There are lots to choose from, and they are automatically rigged for full body animation, facial expression, and lip sync in over 20 languages. In this case, I'm going to choose the cartoon bear. Now I'm going to, in this example, create a kids animation video that is about learning how to count 1, 2, 3. So let's see, when I click create, what comes out with this text prompt and this character. Amazing. So now I have a video template and I can play it back to see how it sounds.
Counting 1, 2, 3 forms the foundation of numeracy skills. Begin with visual aids such as blocks or pictures, making it interactive and fun. Practice by counting everyday items like steps or pieces of fruit, reinforcing recognition and understanding in a playful, engaging manner.
And that's really cute, but I want to edit some of these elements. And so I can actually start, if I wanted, using this chat agent on the left. So let's say I want to customize the facial expressions and I want my character to smile. So I would just click this, and I only have one facial expression right now, which is idle, but I can choose in this carousel from any expression. And let's say I want my character to be happy. So I'm just going to click the happy expression. So now it's smiling a little bit, which is great. But now I want to get into the video editor. So on the top right, I can either select smart mode, which just has the chat agent, or I can select manual mode, which gives me this timeline editor. And now that I have the timeline editor, let's say I want to edit my script. So I come over here on the left side and I click edit script. Now I can see the script itself and also the voice AI options that I have. So let's say I want to delete some of these. So I didn't really like the first sentence, so I'm going to delete that. And let's say, make learning how to count interactive and fun for your kids. Practice by counting everyday items. That seems fine to me. I think this is good. I just wanted to shorten that script a little bit. Now I can listen to some voices here.
Hello, my voice can be used with many languages. Want to try?
Hello, my voice can be used with many languages. Want to try?
And I kind of like Tessa's voice. Maybe I'll try Jeremy.
Hello, my voice can be used with many languages. Want to try?
Let's try Jeremy's voice. So now I've edited my script. I've chosen a new voice, and I can scroll down here and click Generate Project. And so now I've shortened my project a little bit. Let's play it back to see what it sounds like.
Make learning how to count interactive and fun for your kids. Practice by counting everyday items like steps or pieces of fruit, reinforcing recognition and understanding in a playful, engaging manner. Make learning how to count.
That's really cute. So now let's say I wanted to change my background. So I like, and if I drag my timeline editor left or right, I can drag it between the two backgrounds and take a look. So let's say I click on this background here, and then I can click this button that says replace up over here on the right side. And it opens a menu of different options that I can replace it with. So I can upload my own images, I can AI generate images for the background. I even have the option of all these stock photos or some 3D environments. So I'm gonna click on 3D environment. And then I can scroll through here to see if there's any that are interesting that I'd like to give it a try behind my character. So let's say I really like this image because it's got some bright colors, really friendly. I like how it looks. Now I can actually rotate this image all the way around behind the character because it is a 3D image. Let's say I want to try another 3D image. So I come back over on the left side to my menu, I scroll down, and let's say I want to try a home office. So here, when I click the rotate slider on the right, it shows me all the different sides of this room, this home office room. And so I could put this character in front of the desk, or in front of the couch, or in front of this bookshelf. So maybe I'll put him right here. Now I can look at my camera angles. And I actually liked my camera angles, but maybe I want my character to be a little bit higher in the room. I can use these slider bars to move the camera angles up and down. I can click the next camera angle, which was fine, and the next one as well, which I thought was fine. And I'm doing this just by moving this marker on the timeline between the shots. Now let's say I want to come back to the beginning, and maybe I want to look at my animations. So if I expand the timeline, I can see that there is a row for every creative element in the video that I can edit. The first row is animation. These are the body motions of the characters. The second row is backgrounds. Third row is camera. lights, if I click on lights, for example, and then I click on the replace button, I can see that there are lots of choices for different lighting settings. I like 3-point lighting. This is a kid's animation video, so that seems fine to me. I can see my dialogue track here, I can see facial expressions, and then I can also see hand gestures. And in this case, when I collapse this timeline, I can see my character doesn't really have individual fingers, so the hand gestures don't work, but that is something that's possible if you use a different character. Now let's say I want to move my character. So I would come over here on the right side, there's a move character button. I can click that, and I can actually move my character up or down. And I can make him a little bit bigger, I can move him left or right, I can move him forward or back, and this gives me a little more control over where my character is in the scene. Now let's say I want to change these animations. So I come to my timeline here, and let's say these one leg jumps, I didn't love those, so I'm going to click on that, and I'm already in replace mode. So let's imagine I wasn't. I would come over to this animation that I want to replace, I would click on it, I would get this menu on the right, and then I would click the replace button. Up on the top, it tells me what mode I'm in. In this case, I'm in replace mode, so I can choose a different animation to replace inside of this video. So on the left side, I've opened the animation menu. Let's say this is an explainer video for kids or for parents, so I'm going to click on that. And this opens an animation pack with different explanation animations. And so I can scroll through this and get a little picture of what each of these animations might look like on my character. And I kind of like this one, so let's pick that. And then we can come back over to the beginning and play back our video.
Make learning how to count interactive and fun for your kids. Practice by counting everyday items like steps or pieces of fruit, reinforcing recognition and understanding in a playful, engaging manner.
And that's great. So now I have a quick sense of what my video would look like. I can continue to edit it if I wanted to, but let's imagine that I'm ready to export. I would come to the top right where it says download, and then I have different choices. I can download a video, I can download a GIF, I can even download an FBX file, which can be used in AR and VR experiences or in video games, and this is a 3D file format. For the most part, if you're a video editor, you're probably going to export a video or a GIF that you can use in your video editing tool. Now let's say I also need to create GIFs of other characters. I can come up here on the left side to the GIF maker, I can choose my character, I can choose an animation, and then I can download a transparent GIF. And this means a GIF of that character with a transparent background. So you can overlay the character onto a scene inside your video editing software, or you can overlay the character onto a presentation slide if you're making a pitch presentation or making a lesson plan. And so it's very easy to quickly create GIFs using our Krikey AI Animation tool. You can also create high resolution images of any character. So I'm going to go back out and show you what I clicked right there. So here I came up to the top left and I clicked the capture button here, which took me into capture mode. And it gave me this box, which I can drag around on the scene and expand. So I have the character in frame. Now I can export, when I click the capture button, this exact image in a high resolution format, which I can use as the thumbnail of my video. I could use it to promote my video on social media. I could use it as a thumbnail in my newsletter. I could use it on my website. So getting your character in different poses has traditionally been quite hard in a 3D way. But now with our tool, you can actually move your character around and export a high resolution image. So let's say I want this character in a different pose from my video. I can take my timeline marker and drag it to the right till I get to the pose that I want. So let's say I want the character to be jumping like this. So I've already got it framed, which is great, but I could expand or make this box smaller or larger. And let's say I want this to be exported as a high resolution image of just the character with a transparent background. I can click this toggle button on and then click capture. So I can export a high resolution character pose image directly out of the Krikey AI Animation tool to use in my project however I'd wish. So that's a quick summary of the capture mode tool. So I'm going to come back up here and click back to editor. And on the top left here, I have two more very important features. One is the resize feature, so I can click on any social media platform, so Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, and then I can click on, for example, story. This is going to change the aspect ratio of what I'm viewing in my video editor to make sure that my character is inside the frame when I export a video for stories. So if I click the resize button, it'll resize my video, and it's given me, and you can see it a little better here, these two bars, so I can see, is my character inside the frame? In this case, he's a little bit outside, so I'm going to click on the move character button, and I'm going to make my character a little bit smaller, and maybe move him up. So now he's inside those bars. So if I exported this video for Instagram stories, now I know for sure my character is inside the frame. And this is a really helpful way to quickly check your video and export all the different file formats with your character correctly in frame, and it saves a ton of time on video editing. Now let's say I am creating a video for a global audience and I need to translate it into multiple languages really quickly. So I can come up here on the left side to the translate button. And let's say I want to translate this video into Spanish. So I'd come down here, look at all the languages that I have. I can click on Spanish, and then I can choose a voice. So I can click on the voice dropdown, and I can choose a different voice. Let's say I want to try the Mia voice. I can preview the voice by clicking this button.
Hola, esta es mi voz.
Maybe I want to try one more. Let's try this one.
Hola, esta es mi voz.
So now I've heard a few voices. Maybe I'm ready, and in a single click, I can quick translate this video into Spanish with that exact voice. And this helps me tremendously to quickly create content in different sizes, in different languages, and export it for use as a video editor in any other tool or as a social media or marketing manager immediately ready for me to post online. Now, let's get to the fun part. So let's imagine I want to make a music video with this character. So I'm going to come over on the left side to the More button, expand it. There's lots of other features here you can explore, but I'm going to click on Music down at the bottom. I'm going to click the Generate Music button, and I'm going to type in country song about learning how to count 1, 2, 3. And let's say I want my video to be about 11 seconds. I'm going to toggle the singing vocals on, and I'm going to click Generate Custom Music. So now my country song about counting 1, 2, 3 has generated, and I can see down here, I'm going to expand my timeline, I can see that my original dialogue is here, my song is below, and the vocals for my song have come to the right of the dialogue, so it's not on top of the music. So maybe in this case, I just want to create a pure music video. So I'm going to click on the original dialogue track, then click the trash icon. I'm going to click on my vocals for the music and drag them to the left so they are on top of the music track. And then I'm going to bring my timeline marker to the beginning, minimize my timeline, and let's play this back.
Well, it's easy as can be, just you listen out to me. It's 1, 2, 3.
And now let's say I want to try a different character. So I can come on the left side to the character icon, and let me scroll down and pick another character. See, maybe I want to try this duck. So I'm going to click on the duck. I'm going to bring my marker back to the beginning, and you'll see here I can choose any character, and it's automatically got character rigging ready for body animation, face animation, and lip sync. So we'll play our music video back.
Well, it's easy as can be, just you listen out to me. It's 1, 2, 3.
And that is super cute. That's a great little music video for me to export and share. And I can even edit it into a larger video piece that I'm creating, whatever that might be. And so I hope this was helpful for you to get a quick tutorial of how to use Krikey AI Animation for video editing. If you're a video editor, this is a great new tool to bring animation into your skill set and to expand what you can offer to customers and what you can do creatively with your own video editing skills. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we look forward to seeing you in the Krikey Video Editor. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
Well, it's easy as can be, just you listen out to me. It's 1, 2, 3.